Welcome back to the Mason Cable Night Show. I'm joined now by an industry advisor and the king of career services. Please welcome Philip Wilkerson. Philip,
yes.
How are you doing?
Good. And now that I know I'm the king of career services, no one's going to be able to tell me anything.
Don't let it go to your head.
No, I won't. I have a boss.
How long have you been with career services?
I've been in career services in two phases of my life. I went to grad school here, and while I was going to grad school in the counseling program, we had to do an internship. Fortunately for me, I did my internship at Career Services. So that was way back in 2011, 2012. I applied after I graduated, obviously how things go. I'm backed up, so they can't say nothing. And then 5 years went by, and I was able to come back to Mason December 2017. So, only a year and some change now in this current role, but I've been in Career Services before.
And what do you do with them?
I am the manager of industry advising for the creative industry. So that's media, arts, and design. So I work particularly with you creative students, the journalists, the graphic designers, the video game designers. So anything that you think would use a little bit of creativity, those are the students I work with. And
what are the services offered?
Okay, so
that's a redundant question.
Yeah, we got a lot of things. There's career services of services. So what we offer individual one-on-one appointments. So with those one-on-one appointments, I'm helping students with their resumes, their cover letters, LinkedIn profiles, career development, things like that. We also offer workshops and presentations. So we come in the classroom and we do those workshops and presentations to groups such as SPJ or PRSSA or things like that. And then some of us, we teach classes. We have career development courses. I teach a University 220, so it's like the whole class is your career development. So those are just a multitude of things. And then in general, the whole office, we do big events like the career fairs and the panels and the industry weeks, things like that.
Now, there's also a service called Handshake. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Handshake. Yeah, plug. Shout out to the plug, Handshake. So Handshake is our main career services platform. It has a mobile device and also a desktop device, but it's what we encourage students to use to secure jobs, look for jobs and internships, and connect with employers. But it's also our main app that we use in our office to make appointments. So students will make appointments with us via Handshake or call the front desk. But it's kind of the one-stop shop for career services. We encourage all students. They all have accounts. So if you think you don't have an account, you have an account for Handshake. But it's where you go on, and it kind of mixes two things. It's like LinkedIn and Facebook, where it's pretty cool. You can interact with things and comment on other people's questions that they pose. But it's also, you have your own profile. So you can put your jobs and your internships and the things you've done. You can put it on there, kind of like a LinkedIn profile.
Basically, you're just trying to get students jobs once they graduate.
If you want to think of education as a investment in yourself, we want to make sure that students feel like they get that ROI, return on investment. So we want to make sure that you coming here to Mason, that you are career ready. And that's the big word you're going to hear a lot from us, is being career ready, meaning that when you go out into the working world, you feel prepared for getting a job. You feel able to market yourself and talk about your skills and what you can provide to employers. So, basically we want everyone to be career ready.
What's the best advice you can give somebody that's just starting to look in the job market?
Are we talking about a freshman, or are we talking about an actual senior about to graduate? Because I can give you advice for that in two different ways, depending on if you're a freshman and depending on if you're a senior.
Give me the SparkNotes version of both.
Okay, so a freshman, as a freshman, don't overfixate that you have to get those two career experiences at a real internship. Just do stuff like get out of your dorm, do activities on campus, volunteer, get involved with clubs. And when you're in the clubs, don't just be a member, do some kind of leadership in that club, be the social media chair, be the president, vice president, treasurer, do something. Get outside of your dorm, do something, and that can help you by trying and experimenting and trying new things. That's going to help you identify what you like and don't like. For that graduating senior, hopefully this wasn't the first time you saw us at Career Services. Hopefully. For you, I would tell that person, Cliff Note version, be open to that first job as just a first job. Like, don't overfixate. I meet a lot of students and they say, can you help me figure out what I want to do with my life? And I'm like, no. No. But I'm just like, I'm just joking. I want to help you figure out what's next, the next step. Well, actually, I had something for you, though.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
No, so I want to shout out to you, man. I'm going to give you one of these highly coveted Ill Phil Awards.
Amazing.
Did you see that? Yes.
I don't know if you can zoom in on this real quick.
Yeah, zoom in on that. I brought that out for you.
An Ill Phil Award.
Yes.
This is an honor right here.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it on social media, but I wanted to give you one, and I will explain what that means. First of all, I give you vision on there because you have great vision, because you share we both share a fandom for the hottest rapper in the game. Jermaine Cole, so I say that you have vision. So that basically was it.
Now, apart from career services, you also have your own podcast.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
I like to learn a little bit more about the science of positivity and positive and well-being and appreciation and things like that. And so I use my podcast as a way to connect with guests and have them on there about their career, but we try to talk about positive things because it's called Positive Filter. So I think I just use it as a supplement to share ideas about how to be a positive person, and it kind of just snowballed. I was just doing it for fun as a hobby, but I realized that with podcasts, this show, with technology, everyone has an opportunity to have a voice and share something and be fun, and so I think that's what the podcast is for me.
Where can we listen to it at?
iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcast.
Any place with
podcast. Just type in Positive Filter in one of those things, you'll find it.
Now, where can we find more information about career services?
That is a good question, and that my supervisor would love me to say this. So everything you can find on career services at careers.gmu.edu. That's our main website. We have the tab for events, the events tab that has all the calendar events. Additionally, it has a tab for Handshake. There you can launch into your Handshake, which you do not need to create an account. It should be pulled in from your net ID. You already have an account as a Mason student. So in addition to careers.gmu.edu, you can also use Handshake to look at events and things like that. So I would say the 1-2 punch is our normal website and Handshake.
Great. Now, do you want to stick around a little bit longer and play a game?
Yeah, and I also want to do a plug. We had a snow day. So we're doing the day 2 of the fair, the career fair, March 8th, Friday, March 8th. So if you weren't able to go to the career fair and you're bummed about it, you have an opportunity to come on Friday, March 8th.
Great. Well, Phil's going to stick around and we're going to play a game, so stay tuned.